Hey guys, welcome to another replay analysis. Today we're going to be looking at Bruh. I think he's silver in ones if I recall correctly, so let's get started. First off, work on flipping into your kickoffs. Being able to do a fast kickoff will help you a lot in terms of just kind of saving your boost and being able to get the ball just as fast. And I think your camera settings, you're kind of close to your car. I don't know what settings you're using right now, but this seems kind of off. It's kind of hard to get a good amount of information from here. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to the match here. Okay, a bit of hesitation here. Okay. Yeah, so there's a bit of hesitation here. I'd say here you either need it to get closer and go for like a shadow defense position, or challenge the ball, make him lose it, and then maybe you can recover. Like here, let me show you what I mean. Let's go to fly. Can't detach from here. There we go. Okay, so you had a couple options here. Okay, first off, so right here you kind of just like hesitate it back and forth. Instead, you could probably have just turned around and try for the challenge. If he wanted to get it around you, he's not really in a position to be able to pop it this way. So even if you were to get it around you, it would only have gone this way. So you could have like challenged and then maybe like get back in this position as the ball's rolling and continue your shadow defense. The thing is, here you really should have just gotten closer and then like reshadowed, and hopefully like he hits the ball, detaches from it, and then now you're in shadow defense position. So if he hits it towards the goal, then you can come in and save it right here. But just don't hesitate. I mean, if anything, if you really wanted to challenge this ball head on, I feel like you just weren't in a great position to save this. I mean, you're kind of in a shadow position because your butt is facing his face, but you're too far away. So when you're shadowing, you want to be between the goal and the ball, and you're kind of not in this line right now. You're over here, so it made it kind of easy for him to just kind of pop it around you. If anything, you probably had time to definitely turn around and then come back, and then you'll be in a perfect shadow position to stop, because then you'll be between the ball and the goal. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, definitely your camera settings you probably use some work. You're not seeing very much information right now. Okay, so moving on from here. Again, kickoff, being able to fast kickoff or flip into your kickoff, you get to save a lot of boost and still get to the ball just as fast. Like you usually want to end your kickoffs about 20 boost. Okay. Here the flip was kind of dangerous. I get that you maybe have wanted to save boost or something, but flipping into it there is kind of dangerous because now you decided not to challenge. At that point, you probably should have just really challenged. I mean, if you look at it, boom, he's detached from the ball. And one thing about he's kind of doing like a one bounce dribble, and during a bounce dribble, the best time to challenge is actually when the ball is coming on the way down. So right now, he actually doesn't have that many options either. So if you like pre-jumped him and like right here, like just come up and jump like right here, even if he were to hit the ball down here to pop the ball up, you would have pre-jumped it and cleared it this way. But it's also okay that you kind of like went for like a fake into a shadow. I think that's kind of looks like that's what you were going for here. But okay, yeah, that's definitely very dangerous, but he messed up, so that's okay. Nice, good taking possession of the ball. Playing a little too fast, I think. You're kind of moving too fast, and you really want to consider moving more like efficiently instead of quickly. Okay, so here, half flipping would be really useful. If you could half flip to get back towards the goal, and you'll be facing kind of the right way to shadow or challenge. Oh, good dribble. Good little pop over there. Probably just need to work on your dribbling a lot more in order to have like regained control of it after you popped it over. But I like the intent. That was good. Okay, this is really dangerous. I don't know if he's gonna punish you here. I'm gonna assume probably not. But so one thing to note is when you're close to the enemy goal, like you're coming this way, right? This is super dangerous to really like flip in near the goalpost. Let me try to. Okay. Okay, so flipping around here is a no-go. Even if you have the ball in your head and you flick over, that's so dangerous because you're going to end up in their goal and then he has full possession of the ball. I don't know how much boost you have, but it's a good chance that you probably use up a lot of boost to even get all the way over here. And then instead, whenever it's in the corner around this area, it's just really dangerous and you got to play kind of careful here because if he can clear it and get around you, he's going to get the ball in. Like he just has to roll it in. So just play a little more careful whenever you're in like anywhere. Let me zoom out a bit. Like anywhere like here, you need to be careful. Because especially even if you take a shot and it bounces like this and you're like flipping around here, right? Say you miss it. Or say you hit a shot on net and then he blocks it, right? And it bounces this way and now you're flipping in his net. All he needs to do is roll it all the way back. So you really want to try to shoot from outside of here. Okay. And I can show you what that looks like in a little bit. I'll have it in the description below. So I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'll try to keep track of maybe your top 3 to 5 issues and I'll link either tutorials to reference them or videos and to kind of cover like how you should improve on those objects. So anyways, let's continue. Good wave dash there. Erase that. Okay. Oh my god, his camera angle so far from yours. Oh my god, you look like little toy cars. Why is his camera angle so far away? Holy crap. Okay, here he he doesn't really keep control of the ball, so it's perfectly fine. I mean, you didn't really get punished for it. Oh, you did get punished for it. Okay. But anyways, he totally loses control of the ball here, so. Is that a platinum goal explosion? Yeah, it is. Huh. Anyways, yeah, so this wouldn't have happened if not for the flip into the goal, so it's okay. Nice try shadowing. The thing is, you're just kind of low on boost, so here, I'll link some boost management tips, but if you knew where the little boosts were, okay, no, I don't want this. Okay, if you knew where the little boosts were, you could kind of take in like this trajectory back, or maybe like this trajectory, right? I'll link a video that talks about this, but you definitely could have. You need to be a certain distance from the ball when you're shadowing. So this is like too close. You want to be like this far from the ball. So, but you didn't really have enough boost to do that. So if anything, you could have like tried to go straight for the goal and just like intercept the ball there and like hit it back out this way. Or you might have been able to make it if you were grabbing all the little boost pads, but I know you missed some on the way to where you're at now. So I'll link a video talking about boost management and pathing as well. Let's go back to... And then he gets this in right here. That's okay. Now this kickoff is one of the easier ones to learn how to flip into, so definitely learn that. Okay. Kind of a questionable touch here. Try to get better touches like with intent. So right here, first off, you're aimed towards your side of the net, If anything, I would have cut in from the right. I guess you're trying to get boost, so that's kind of okay. But let's take a look at where the other guy is. Oh, he's all the way over there. Yeah, you could have taken a much further angle. That's not what I want. Okay, so after kickoff, you could have gone like this way. Why is the thickness so big? Holy. Too small. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here, if you kind of took like this angle, because he wasn't really challenging for that boost, right? Like if you just could use your right stick or like your to look around, or to just move your camera around to see where he is before you make this decision. After the kickoff, you could have grabbed this penny just in case you need it. As the ball rolls back down, give it a light touch, grab the boost, and then now you have possession of the ball, and you can try to dribble or shoot it from midfield with full boost and possession of the ball. Because you could try to take a look that he wasn't there. So maybe that's could be another thing you work on whenever you're going for the ball and you're about to make a touch. If you have some time, just try to take a look at where your enemy is or where your teammates are, even if in like a 2v2 or something, just to know how to better approach the ball. Because right here you kind of pass it to him, not really, I don't know. He probably easily could have hit that in, but like if he was a little higher level. So and I know that's the end goal, right? We're trying to get higher than this. Probably use your drift more. Could have gotten that boost pad a little easier if you drifted. I see there's definitely a lack of drift right now. When dribbling, try to look for the white circle on the ground when you're trying to catch instead of looking like at the ball itself. So trying to catch in ball cam is kind of hard. Okay, rolling it along. Boom. Good touch. And nice touch. Nice hit. Nice try. I'm glad you're going for those. I mean, it wasn't a sure thing, but going for them. It's more important that you go for it and miss than to be too scared to go for it at all. So. Again, kind of dangerous. If he got that past you, he would have gotten a goal. But, you know, we'll work on that. Just like I said before, there's a zone where it's dangerous for you to flip and kind of make plays like that. So, luckily for you, he was kind of playing a little too fast there, and he didn't really like try to play off the hit, and he was just trying to force something to happen, and it didn't work out in his favor. Okay, so your shadow defense positioning could use a little bit of work. This was, let's see here. So boom, grab the boosts. Okay, one thing that I definitely had trouble with myself that helped a lot recently was whenever you're in this position. Okay, if you're grabbing this boost, don't like, and the ball's like here, you're not really gonna get to this before he does. Like he's at a really good angle to hit that ball, and you kind of aren't. And even if you are, this is so dangerous. Like if he gets this past you, his is a goal, right? Instead, trust in your shadow defense. You might not right now because you're like, you haven't practiced it as much maybe, but this is the best time to start getting used to it. When you're in your corner like this and you grab this boost and the ball is being threatened, then you need to turn in so that you're in shadow defense position of this ball. And you would have been like the perfect distance for shadow defense too. You would have been kind of this distance by the time he reaches the ball, because he's kind of at a weird angle too. You would have been about here, and that would have been really hard for him to get past you, especially in the corner like this. I mean, if you rolled it along the corner, then you could just kind of like bang in the corner and pitch it out, or you could have like drove in front of the ball, backflip into it, and then do a half flip to take possession of it and roll all the way out. Or if he tries to take it out and back in, you're in shadow defense position. There's no way he can do that easily. So, anyways, let's continue. So when you make touches in ones, you want to try to like have the intention of possession, and this might be a bad habit in terms of like it affecting your other playlists. But here, you actually could have taken it right, because this guy's to your left. So if you took it to the right, you could have taken it all the way to the right, take boost, keep possession, instead of hitting it back this way. But granted, that's very risky in twos because his teammate might have been ready for a pass or something. So. Okay, going for the dribble. I see you kind of missing it, but that's okay. I like the intention. That was like definitely a correct time to go for that dribble there. Okay, another time. So he definitely could have scored that. Another time where you could have. I think you're going a little too fast here. So okay, let me pause it right here. Going to fly mode. Okay, this is so handy. Okay, boom. So you have the ball right now. If you slowed down for just a minute, the ball would have rolled in front of you, which would be perfect because then your car's here and you can just kind of shove the ball along. And you could have gone like up the backboard and around, or even like get the ball here, slow it down, get to the side of it, and then just drive along the front with the ball here because he's behind you. I don't think he's really going to catch up to you here. The first option is definitely safer, but I know like mechanically you're right now in silver that might be difficult for you, so definitely you could just try it out, right? Like kind of like it's almost like setting up for a Doomsday dish, but you're just getting it all the way around. So getting it along the top of your backboard and clearing that way is definitely something that will help you in the higher ranks for sure. And I can't erase past that. Okay, no, erase. So what happens here instead? Okay, boom. Yeah, you lose control of it. So and you know what, I know you might have been afraid that he was going to take the ball from you right here. Boom. You have possession of the ball. You're afraid that if you slow down, I guess you could have been worried about the demo. So probably the best thing here was, if you really wanted to keep the speed and still control this ball, was to bring it to the right this way. But you know, ones is hard. Well, ones is definitely hard to explain and talk about because a lot of it is very mechanically heavy too. To know what kind of options you have as a player. Kind of a similar problem to what we talked about earlier. Luckily, he gives up the ball and doesn't really punish you for that. Oh, good little pop-up there. See, slow down your play just a little bit. If you slow down just a tiny bit, then boom, popped it up. You had time. You definitely had time. Let's take a look at him. I mean, you had time to like back up, and he's still giving you possession of the ball. You definitely had time there to just kind of relax. Let's see. Boom, it bounces, you backflipped, and then here you could have either like lightly jumped and tapped at the ball and then dribble it all the way in, or just wait for it to fall. I mean, even if he catches up to you, he could have gone for the demo, but I don't think at this rank he would have. And even if he does, you're not really in danger of getting scored on. Okay, nice try there. Again, it's just the whole, you know, trying to make a play in his final quarter of the field is very dangerous, but we can move on. Sorry if I'm sounding tired. I'm recording this pretty late, so I am pretty tired, but hopefully still making sense here. Nice try on that. A little greedy, but nice try. And pop it up. Oh. Oh, what happened? Oh no. That was so close. Nice try. And I see that he gets it in here in a little bit. I guess he just gets it over you. Shadowing. Nice. And oh no, you could have backflipped that. Backflip into half flip. That's definitely something to practice. So let me make sure I make this list now so I don't forget later. But number one, something to definitely work on is your shadow defense. You need to be between ball and goal, and also let me do another section here. And you also want to fake into shadow defense more. So when he has possession of the ball, just drive at him and then turn around, and you'll fake into a shadow defense. Musty does this a lot. So if you need someone to watch, then watch his like ones. He's really good at this. Okay. Oh, and then the third one, distance. You're a little too close to the ball when you're shadow defending sometimes. So number 2, play safer in his corner. Yeah, when you get the ball to like his final like third of the field, you know, like you just gotta play a little safer. He only took a couple of free goals off of you for it, but definitely could have been worse. 3, play slower. Slower doesn't mean slower. I know that doesn't mean, I know it's weird, but playing slower can sometimes get you even faster because you're moving more efficiently. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, this is a crazy explanation, but like this is a stretch, but if you have point A and B, right, you have a player who's super fast, you know, zipping through, boom, getting to B, and then you have the player who knows exactly what he wants to do and makes a beeline efficiently for B. Even if the guy in green is going slower, he's gonna get to B first, and that's kind of like the same philosophy, right? You're playing a little too fast for your mechanical level and your decision making, so it puts you in weird spots. So you kind of like hesitate and double back a lot. So that's probably one of the things you need to work on too. Like don't double back as much. 4, kickoffs. Your kickoffs, definitely use your flips. You should be able to conserve between 10 to 20 boosts, depending on which kickoff position you're in. But you should be able to preserve about 10 to 20 boosts to make a play after the kickoff, if you're like flipping into it, so that you get to there at the same speed. Number 5 was half flips. So half flips are good for either recovery when you're in a weird spot, especially right now, because you know, I think later on you probably won't. Well, I do use it a lot, but later on you might find yourself not necessarily needing it as much because you have like better rotations and better like pathing to get to where you need to go. But right now, half flips can really help you remedy like little mistakes and little bad situations that you run into, and it's good for stopping balls when you're shadowing. Like if you're shadowing someone and the ball is behind you, then just backflip into it and turn that into a half flip, and you'll get position as well. So those are the top 5 things that I've noticed so far from you. But let's keep watching and finish up the replay. This looks like just a kickoff goal. Oh, right. Number 6, pathing and boost management. In your corner, always turn in towards your goal to get in their shadow position, turning out only if they're not putting pressure on the ball and you can take possession for sure. And pathing for like the little pads and a little bit better boost management will get you really far, because having better boost management means you're in the play longer and potentially even get you to places faster because you're not going out of your way to get the big boost. Number 7, more meaningful hits. So this one I kind of talk about in my like top 5 silver tips video. It's kind of like number 5. I know that one's mostly referring to clears, but right now I'm kind of seeing that issue with your regular hits as well. It sounds silly when you put it this way, but you always want to hit with the intention of bringing that ball to the enemy side, to the enemy goal. Like that's the point, right? You want to score a goal, and hits like that, I mean, they're not helping you too much. I mean, you are getting to them first though, so it's a little more okay. But ooh, nice shot here. I like it. Great wall shot. But yeah, just I saw it earlier too. I mean, that was fine because you got to it first. He let you have it. So if you're doing it, you know, based on like, oh, how my opponent is playing, he's being very passive, and that's more okay. But I think in general, be, you know, very cognizant of how you're hitting the ball to make sure, you know, you're hitting it in a smart way that's always advantageous to you. Anyways, I hope that was useful. Sorry if I sound really tired. It is pretty late over here, but I will have the list of the top things I believe you need to work on down in the description below. And for each of these, I will have some sort of video or maybe a little bit better explanation if I felt like I didn't explain enough in the replay analysis here. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. And if anyone other than Bro is watching and you know, got something out of this, please like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. So thank you so much for watching. Good luck.